Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving y'all a review on what I've done with the audio system in this 2024 F-150 STX. So for all of the door speakers in this truck, we have the Rockford Fosgate Power Series T1690s. I will put the part number up for these speakers up on the screen. The reason why I went with these speakers is because instead of a woofer that has a pole in the middle to hold the tweeter, this is an entire woofer. As you can see, I can run my finger behind this, and this really allows for much more mid bass to come out of this woofer right here without taxing the tweeter too much and without distorting it so much that it causes a vibrating noise in the tweeter. And as you can see, it has a separate whole housing for the tweeter right here, and it's not ran off a pole that cuts through the center of the woofer. Now these can hold up to 100 watts RMS, but I have these ran off the head unit. You know, I don't need them crazy loud, and your average listener does not need them very loud too. These get extremely loud just off the head unit, which may be a little bit hard to believe, but later on in the video I will make you a believer. Now if you look right here, these are the 1087 design block off plates. What these do is they keep the stock plastic right here from coming loose from the amount of bass coming from the woofer. You know, that air coming from the woofer will get inside here and be so much that it ends up pushing that loose. These super solid, they're screwed in with multiple screws, you know, just everywhere. And I even went and I put some foam behind it all. So in the back we have sort of the same spiel going on, same block off plates, same speakers, but they're 6.5. So they're super similar, they look the exact same. They're just a 6.5, so I didn't end up taking these back door panels off. I feel like that's just a little bit more work that I don't have to do. You'll already know what the design looks like. It's just not an oval, it's completely round, it's just a little bit smaller. So with that being said, let's move on to the juice of the system. Y'all better like the video too, for sure. I mean, this is really shit. I accidentally backed into these tires, and pretty sure it's y'all's fault, so go ahead and like the video. The amp that I have everything running off of, which everything is just this gigantic 10-inch subwoofer right here, is a Sundown Audio SAV4 600D. I know y'all are surprised, but I can read. Here's how I have everything hooked up. I did it all myself. Not the proudest of it, but it gets the job done, and it doesn't look too horribly bad. This is the real magic of the system. It is the Rockford Fosgate 10 shallow mount subwoofer, and it's actually one of two. I'll put the part number up on the screen for it. And it has just been an overall extremely impressive subwoofer, not only for the price, but for the size of it. And it really does not take up too much room, because as you can see, it's sitting about that close to it. I know y'all are probably sick of hearing me rambling, so I'm gonna go ahead and play a few songs on here. I learned from my mistakes and not use copyrighted music this time. I think that's why my last video on this system went so poorly. We're gonna see if that changes by listening to some royalty-free music. Woo! I know y'all are excited about that, but I promise I'm gonna put on some decent tracks. That way y'all can hear the highs, the mids, and the bass notes in it. And maybe play a few genres in there too. That way y'all really get a grasp of how it sounds the best y'all can through a phone microphone, which may not be ideal, but it'll get the job done for what we're doing here today. And it's better than not hearing it at all, even if it is just through an iPhone microphone. Without further ado, without nothing more being said, let's get into it.
Young Fat, play the beat.
the iPhone microphone is not going to give that any justice, but sounds really crisp. As you can see, the amount of flex that's coming from this just off the radio head unit is insane. I mean, it's a lot better than the other 4 pairs of speakers that I put in here. I'm not gonna name those off, but just because I don't want to throw any shade. Not that they'd really care, but he's that kind of guy. Yeah. So overall, been really impressed with these speakers. I'm gonna play a country music song up next, or a instrumental, of course, you know, a royalty-free one. And then after that, probably gonna do a more sound quality based one. Just want y'all to be able to hear those guitar strums and maybe a little bit of kick drum action too. So let's do it. Starting this off again at 25 volume. We will move to 30 volume later on. Tell you what, that sounded great. And you know, there's a little bit of distortion there when I turn it all the way up to 30, but again, it's not an aftermarket head unit, nor is it nor are the store speakers and stuff, you know, run off an amp or any kind of DSP. So you get what you can, you take what you can get, but there's no actual like clipping, like distortion that's really gonna hurt these speakers at all coming through that. And that was the main reason why I got these. I wanted a set of speakers that I could turn all the way up if I wanted to and not have to worry about them blowing. So these, they're doing just fine, they're doing great, and can't be more happy with them. Pretty good. I think that went really well. That was that was super loud, to be 100% honest. I am thoroughly surprised. Maverick enjoyed it too back here. Got your little eye booger. Go ahead and get that off. Oh, it's pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much concludes the video. If y'all have any comments, questions, or concern, you know where to leave them. Like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you. Peace.